Hello, my lovelies. This is going to be our weekly shadow work. We're going to start with our shadow side, the side that we keep hidden or repressed, or things that we are not acknowledging that could be in our subconscious. So let's see, what are we keeping hidden right now? That we might be facing some sort of judgment. This could be fear-based. I feel like the divine is kind of stepping in this week to show us that we don't need to be fearful of these changes that are occurring and that it's okay to be who we truly are. I do feel like there's some sort of divine intervention and a rebirth is occurring for a lot of us, especially if you're doing regular shadow work, whether that's through journaling, prayers, meditation, watching YouTube videos, whatever it is that works for you to do your shadow work to face your fears, that it's time that we finally go through this. And I almost feel like we need to, what's the right word? To like let these things burn. So really releasing, shedding our skin and kind of letting things crumble so that we can rebuild from the ashes and rising like a phoenix. What else is hidden? The Hierophant. I feel like there could be some trouble in paradise, that maybe you aren't connecting to source like you need to, and truly we need to connect to our higher selves regularly. Like on a daily basis, we really do need to tap into that divine wisdom and knowledge, and we need to trust where it's guiding us. And I feel like you might also be going through some sort of ending in a very long-standing commitment. Could be a job, it could be a relationship. I feel like we really do need to kind of trust the divine's guidance at this time, especially if there's some sort of ending. I do feel like for some of us, we could be going through a divorce because we have judgment and the Hierophant in the shadow. So normally the Hierophant would be about marriage and ascension. I almost feel like there is something that has to end and that judgment's being passed either from the divine or through the courts in some way so that these things can finally end because you need to transform this energy. The Seven of Wands. You feel really weak right now. You feel like you're not able to stick up for yourself, like this ending could have been very destructive to you. And I feel like you need some strong boundaries, that you need to really start to feel like you're worth it and that your needs matter. They're also giving me that if you don't start sticking up for yourself, that's why these cycles keep repeating. And so the divine wants you to have boundaries. They want you to realize your self-worth, and that if you start to see that, that so will others. And so you can't let people walk all over you. I feel like you're hesitating on making some sort of decision. It could be about an ending, it could be within a relationship, or it could be figuring out how you challenge these boundaries, or that if people are pushing you in a corner, that you're able to kind of transform the energy and go in a new direction, but that there needs to be some sort of decision made. You might be really down in the dumps. You might be struggling with things like mental health issues, depression, anxiety, worry, and that you really are feeling like there's no hope. You've got to shift your perspective for the good news to come in. You need to start seeing that there is usually a silver lining in every single ending that there is, that the endings happen for a reason, and realize that good news can come through this ending. The Seven of Swords. I feel like somebody could have really let you down. Somebody really deceived you. Maybe they lied to you, stole from you, cheated on you, but we're letting go of these cycles. Remember, we are waiting for the divine to pass judgment. And that's something that happens with or without our assistance. Typically, we don't need to interfere in that, that karma will take care of things. So I feel like, unfortunately, we just have to let things play out, but that the deceit will be recognized and that people will start to see this for exactly what it is. All right, let's see. What do we need to know to create balance this week? The Emperor. I love this card. So this is Aries energy, and this is about making bold strategic moves. So part of that is going through your transformation, and sometimes transformations are very painful. I love the analogy of the butterfly. The butterfly goes through a metamorphosis that borders on death before it emerges from its chrysalis, its cocoon, emerging a beautiful butterfly. But it didn't start that way, right? It started as a caterpillar, and it had to go through this change and literally die as a caterpillar to be reborn as a beautiful butterfly. So don't let the transformation scare you. It's part of your metamorphosis to change. And this is going to take some bold action and some strategy or a calculated risk in order to transform, but you're strong enough. All right, it looks like some sort of relationship is coming to an end and it's making way for something better. So whether that happens in 5 minutes, 5 years, 5 months, 5 days, this is something that I feel like it's going to take the time that it takes, but it will be worth it. You're looking for your forever, your happiness, your partner in crime. This is something that you don't want to rush. So listen to your divine intuition, listen to the messages that your spirit team is giving you, and we all have one, your guardian angels and source for your guidance on what direction to take. But go after the things that you're the most happiest with, whether that is, chasing after your dreams, your aspirations. Go after the things that make you happy. You're trying to go forward towards your happiness and your ultimate fulfillment. The Queen of Coins. So you might be a healer, you might be working on your own healing, you might help others facilitate their healing along the way. You might be very business focused right now, especially if you're going through some sort of ending. And I feel like that's exactly where you need to focus your energy, is on things that are important to you. You might also be hoarding resources right now, feeling kind of stingy. I do strongly feel like this is an ending in a marriage for some of you. So I think you're going to go in a new direction, and you might be pinching pennies right now because you are scared. Don't let fear overrun you. I feel like you need to focus on the practical matters, do the best that you can, and ask Spirit to help you with the rest. The Hierophant. I do think that you want to be in a stable, committed relationship like marriage in your future. But I also think you want to be with the right person, not just who is right now. So don't settle. Don't lower your standards. That I feel like you really need to make sure that you're getting what you need out of a relationship, and that you're not just settling for whoever is right in your life right now. If they aren't the right fit, then they aren't the right fit. Let that person go so you can welcome in the person who is meant to fill those shoes. And I feel like you need to keep hope alive that it's possible that you can actually find this person, or that they can find you, because typically that's how it happens. When you quit looking, the right person comes into your life. I do feel like you could be dealing with a water sign or a Taurus, but we have pretty much every element on the table at this time, so it could be anybody. But I feel like this is part of your growth and your spiritual ascension. We have to go through these changes to get to where we're really meant to be. Stuck and stagnant energy just won't do. We have to make some changes in order to really go to where we need to be. So look past the illusions. Make sure that you are basing your things in reality. This is an indication that some things may have been deceptive. Somebody may have tried to pull the wool over your eyes previously, and that we are looking to find balance in something that is equal and reciprocal energy. So make sure that you know who and what you're getting involved with, and if it feels like it's too good to be true, you need to be careful with that energy. Make sure that it is honest, true people you're getting involved with, not sneaky liars, cheaters, and manipulators. We want to go forward towards something more positive. It does look like you are leaving the toxicity behind, and that you are going into calmer waters, something more suited. And it does look like you do have new love offers on the horizon. Your knight in shining armor may be coming to literally offer you the world. I feel like this is an opportunity to travel. You're closing out old cycles so something new can take its place. And remember that we have to transform that negative energy into something more positive. So do the things that you are passionate about and triumph over these obstacles that you're facing. You are the magician, meaning that you can create the life that you choose to live. So if you don't like what's going on, do something to change it for the better. You're the alchemist. You're turning leaden and heavy things into light and gold, and you can literally transform your life. But it will take work and effort on your part, so be willing to do those things to create it. All right, the Five of Coins. We're starting to overcome some sort of challenge with our finances. Job loss, layoff, money worries definitely could be blocking some people or leaving someone out in the cold, because you're going into a period of recovery, and you need to in order to go towards your destiny. All right, your destiny, it does look like, is marriage or commitment with somebody at a high level. I do think that this is something you need to stay positive about. If it's not in your reality yet, manifest it. Start believing every day that the right person is going to come into your life at the right time, and that you will have the solid, stable foundation that you are going to build. Why? Because that is what you ultimately want out of your life. So if that's what you're looking for, stay positive, because it does look like a passionate new encounter is leading to a commitment. I do feel like this is something you're trying to create, whether it's a job, whether it's some sort of relationship, whether you're creating something new that's, artistic adventures, whatever it is, it's new energy that's coming in. So I do like that. So be logical about your next move and stay positive about the outcome. Make sure that you are careful with authority figures this week, but stay positive.